Twitch chat asked if Yoshi is alright. Looks tired. Yeah, no shit, he always looks
He's always tired. Yeah, this is life.
They're busy making things great.
He works his ass off, like he literally does.
They all do.
Yeah, they all do.
You don't even understand. They all do.
I wouldn't be surprised if his bed was in his office, honestly.
He doesn't get to leave the Square Enix building.
よろしくお願いします。ではですね、ちょっとプロデューサーレター、まあ、皆さんトレーラースタートかと思ったと思うんですけど、最初にですね、ちょっと皆さんにすいません、残念なニュースをお伝えしなければなりません。
So we are about to get started, and I'm sure many of you kind of expected perhaps a trailer would play at the very beginning of our broadcast, but there's one important an unfortunate news that we will need to share today.
What now?
理由はちょっと後ほど説明させていただきますが、11月23日発売予定の行月のフィナーレですが、申し訳ございません。間に合いませんでした。すいません。
So we will explain the reasonings later, but this is to sincerely apologize that the Endwalker expansion that was planned for November 23rd, I'm afraid will not make it in time for that release timing, so we sincerely apologize.
Wait, what?
It's not launching on the 23rd.
まあちょっと結論からお話しさせていただきますが、
Endwalker.
2週間延期をさせてください。
So to make a long story short, we want to seek your forgiveness that we will be delaying the release of the expansion pack by 2 weeks.
What?
December.
That fucks with everyone's times. They just took off.
I just got mine approved.
You can reschedule, babe. Get a hold of your work right now.
And so the
I'm gonna
release
keep
date
mine
will
'cause
now
it's
be
for
shifted
Pokemon
to
now.
December the 7th, and early
Hey,
access,
what is
which was
December what?
originally planned for
Quiet.
November 19th. I'm terribly sorry, but this will also be shifted to December the 3rd. Again, we apologize.
December 3rd now. Fuck, that fucks with freaking Destiny now.
と
Fuck.
しては一言で言うとすいません、僕のわがままです。
22nd, bro.
The fucking $30 pack, yeah.
And if I were to sum it up in just a few words, is
December 3rd.
I'm sorry again, but this is a very
Friday.
Quiet.
self-reason.
You're gonna explain why
まあ
later.
インタビューでもちょっとお伝えしてた通り、
So,
今回のその行月の
The early
フィナーレ
access is moved
は
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
まあ過去最大のもう拡張なのは本当にまあ作ってる自分らが良かったんですけど、
Well,
間違いなく、まあ、尋常じゃないボリュームをまあなんとか作ってきて、
That sucks.
開発チーム
I mean,
の
at least we'll still get
み
early
んなも
access,
ものす
though.
ごい努力で
Yeah, but this fucks with a lot of people's timings. A lot of people took time off and everything.
But at least we also get more time to work on other stuff that we're.
And
I'm tired of working on other stuff.
Quiet, listen.
Interviews, but Endwalker is definitely going to be one of the largest expansions that we have worked on, and coming from the team and kind of experiencing firsthand the production of this expansion, we know there's a lot of stuff that's going into this expansion. And in terms of like all of the content that we've stuffed in there, those were all moving according to
Did this happen for Shadowbringers? I feel like it did.
ただですね、それと同時に今回
Okay.
まあ9番から
Not to-
11
not
年
to
か
this
けてやってきたハイデリン・ゾディアーク編というまあ一つ目の
Everyone in chat is happy about it.
ということで
I mean, they do get more time to do stuff that they were.
Yeah, a lot of new players were pissed they couldn't catch up in time. Like it's all I've been hearing is people bitching they couldn't catch up. So
Probably one of the reasons why, too.
Listen.
調整をやってきて
sorry, Blade.
まあ本当に僕にしかわからないと思うんですけど、どうしてもこのタイミングでやりきっておきたいっていう部分があってですね。
Did they say
ひたすらごめんなさい。
They're gonna explain why in a bit.
ひたすらすいません。
no? Did they say
調整をかけてたらで
the
すね
pre-launch is third, or was that the actual release date?
No, third is pre-launch.
崩してしまう
The
Okay.
actual launch is the
な
7th.
りました。
Okay.
But at the same time,
Good thing I
this is a saga that we have been working on since the original Final Fantasy XIV, so for about 11 years now.
That is true.
Yep.
And this is the sort of last
30 years
part of the Heidelin Zodiac saga. And there are so many foreshadowing and lore that have been established that we wanted to make sure that we're tying up all the
Man, they are
ends
fucking.
so that they're
Woo! There's some hype going on, bro.
I was very particular about
Biggest launch in
making
video game
sure
history,
that
or what?
these have been thoroughly examined, and these might be things so subtle that only I am aware of these, but I really wanted to make sure that we were very thorough about this, and I just continued with making these adjustments and reviewing and revising and refining that it ate into some of the master QA time.
正直マスターのスケジュールで言えばほんの数営業日の
Honestly, I don't even
差だった
blame
ん
them.
ですけど、
No, I'm actually not upset about it.
まあ皆さんもお気づきの通り、
I
まあ
mean,
史上最
some.
大の混雑が予想される
Yeah, I mean,
状態
you
で、
get more time.
They're trying to make
これ
it
マスター
like,
QA の
bam,
期間
like
って
they're
い
not
う
trying
の
to
は
just
安定
half-ass
性
it
に
or anything,
非
which
常
I
に大き
appreciate.
く関わるところなので、
You mean like every other game producer ever?
Someone might be. Whoever's breathing in the mic, please check your mic.
無理に出す
Someone in my stream mentioned it. Be careful.
本当にいいことなの
Or
か
has sound suppression on a Discord, maybe.
まあすごい悩んだんですけ
The
ど、
really high-pitched
すみません、
sound in
先
the
週の金曜日で
song.
す決断したのも
My ears are sensitive and it's just kind of like all squeaky.
Okay, quiet.
And it was just a matter of a
Who
few
is
business
that?
days,
RB, that's
in
you.
terms of our
What?
schedule
Turn on
for
sound
Master
suppression
QA.
on Discord.
But
Your breath, we can hear your
considering,
breathing.
and I'm sure everybody is
Hi.
aware,
This mic.
with
Go in user
congestion
settings and you can find out. You
the
can click it on.
access that we are experiencing and just the influx of people, we wanted to take the appropriate time for Master QA because it does relate to the stability of our build. And when trying to evaluate, is this appropriate to release and enforce it, I was very much torn on making that decision, but I had to draw the line somewhere, and I really apologize. This is something that we've kind of finalized and made the decision as of last Friday, so it is very sudden.
まあここまで11年からプロデューサーとディレクターをやってきて、まあ常々こう一人でやってるので折り合いをつけてきたんですけど、まあちょっとまあ1回目の集大成ってことがあって自分の中でもどうしても折り合いがつかなくてちょっとディレクターのわがままをすいません抑えきれない状態になってしまいました。すいません。
And being producer and director over the course of 11 years, I myself was the producer and director, so in a lot of cases, I was able to just deal with it and move on. But considering this is our first culmination, a finale of sorts, I really couldn't compromise.
Okay, is this good?
And just the
Perfect.
director in
You sound
me,
great.
Okay.
really wanted to push this thought. So again, I'm sorry.
まあ以前その
Yeah, this is a headphone mic.
ヘブンズ
Oh,
ワ
you're
ード
fine.
の時
It's just Discord. It's really
春
sensitive
ですと言
sometimes.
って
Probably why this is probably why Yoshi looks so tired. He probably feels so bad
まあ
about
自分
this.
自身
Oh, I know
こう
Yoshi's mad about this. He hates it when he has to
キャリア
can't like
全体通じてもこう
you know
発売日を
keep with like their plans.
発表してからこう伸ばすってことをしたことがなかったので
I don't think people realize how big this expansion is gonna fucking be.
Yeah, I mean,
And
it's
people are
definitely-
like thinking like they're overhyping it, dude. They're not overhyping it. It's gonna be fucking huge. Probably the biggest launch we've ever seen in a game in decades.
And
Like,
I remember when we did Heaven's Word, we mentioned the release time was going to be springtime, but it ended up being early summer. But this is, gosh, the first time, and not just with 14, but just throughout my entire career that we had announced a release date and had to delay it. So again, I feel really bad about this.
Now you know why I get pissed when people talk shit about him. I get really pissed off when people talk shit about Yoshi. I get like defensive about it because he doesn't deserve that treatment. He works his ass off for this game.
Is Yoshi crying?
Yeah, dude. It's not like if you watch everything that we like, the live letters, fan fest, everything. It's his life. Like,
yeah,
it's that he cares a lot about the fucking community. He's not kidding.
That's why I like Yoshi. That's why I like him being in charge, because the dude fucking cares, man.
I think the game's so damn good.
Type of shit we need for game developers and fucking.
Yeah. We don't have that over here. No, rare, very rare.
So someone made a joke on the subreddits. Blizz be like, okay, Mage Tower delay 2 more weeks, guys.
Oh yeah, because they're trying to time their updates with our game. Even though they don't care. 14's got their own things to worry about.
I understand some of you had taken days off for this, and I
there
know
you
that
go.
people have been preparing for this.
He even announced it too. I understand that people have taken
we
days
tried
off,
to
bro.
think if there was any way
They know.
to do this, like
They
can we split it
fucking
up into
know,
patches and release it at separate timings, or do we just make a bold step and cut some of the elements? But that's not how
I
our
don't.
content
I
is
want them to put it
made,
all in there.
unfortunately.
It don't bother
So
me none.
This time we really wanted to prioritize bringing you the
Hell
best
yeah.
quality.
I mean, either
so
way,
again,
it's still Friday off for me.
I'm really
so
sorry.
The community wants good content. Overall. They can prolong it as long as they need to make it really good. It doesn't bother anyone in the end, really.
いや、2週間で足りんのかっていうお声
It's
も
on a Friday.
こっち側にコメント
Is
が
it?
あるんで、
Yeah, it's still on a Friday. It's on a Friday.
Oh, they thought about that then.
大丈夫です。
Yep.
Yeah.
もうほ
what?
ぼほぼ終わってい
And
る
I'm
の
off
で、
on
あとは
Friday,
本当に
so let's
QA を
get it.
徹底して、
Sadly, I not
受
might
け
be.
ればそれに関しては大
Sucks
丈
to
夫
suck,
なので、
bruh, bruh.
まあ本当はね、一周でも
I
こう
gotta
いう
fix my days off now and
選
talk
択
to
肢
my
があったぐ
manager.
らいなんですけど、
Yo, buddy, just say Ariel. See if
まあ、
you
力
can
安
just
定
get
して取りたいっていうのと、あとやっぱり後ろに続くパッチのスケジュールっていうところに対してサポートもねしっかり
It's a month ahead, babe. You should be able to fix it
そう考え
still.
るとすいません2週間っていう方
You need to do it immediately, though.
安全だというふうに判断させていただきました。
And I noticed there were some comments saying that is 2 weeks going to be enough? And thank you for those comments. From that standpoint, we're okay. It's just a matter of doing thorough QA at this point, and we should be fine. There were talks about do we take 2 weeks of QA or 1 week of QA, but again, we wanted to make sure that we are testing for stability, and plus we also need to have support for the patch schedule following the expansion. So
God, I love how much they
we
plan
decided
stuff.
that 2 weeks
Ugh.
would be our safe bet.
いや自分でもここまで
Dude,
なんだろう
when I start
Oh my God,
eventually
planning.
getting,
Ugh.
なんか思ってた以上に
whenever I
Harpy?
start
思い入れが
game development,
自分で思ってた以上にすごかったんだなと思って。
What were you saying, Harpy? I was trying to say.
I said whenever I start to do game developing, that's the thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna plan stuff.
9番のね、
Oh, they did
Just
lots of planning.
take after Yoshi, dude. He's a good example
Yeah.
of how to act when you're trying to make a fucking
答え
game.
合わせ
He's a perfect good example. Like,
Especially online games.
こだわりすぎかなとも自分でも思うんですけど、次にね、
That sound
コーディング
you
さらに
made, though,
進んでいく
Nogard,
ためにも
Oh my
しっか
God,
り手をやり
scheduling.
切ってい
Ugh.
きたかったな
I
すい
fucking
ませ
love
ん。
it.
よろしくお願いします。
oh, because they had their shit together. Like they actually think about how things are going to be affected and shit. It's just like not a lot of companies don't do it, man. We're not used to that crap from anyone else. Is all.
Kind of grown attached to.
It just feels so good, you know.
And it was very unexpected that I would feel so much about this, but I think players, especially those who've been with us since the original, our legacy players, can understand. But this is not just a finale, but it's looking at the
That's why I don't ever get
entire
sad about
story
it.
saga and kind of looking
New
at the
players don't get
different,
it personally.
loose ends
They
and
some of
seeing
them do,
those
but
come to a conclusion. So I know I may have been a little too nitpicky or very particular about all of what's going into this expansion, but considering we're going to move on and continue the story after we have made a sort of milestone with this saga, I think I needed to make sure that we are giving it our all and we're doing all that we can for this expansion.
まあそうですね、コメントにもありますけど、とにかく延期の判断が遅い、報告が遅いっていうのは本当おっしゃる通りだと思います。まあ本当決断したのが先週の金曜日で、社内で同じ取締役の三宅さんにも報告しに行ったら、いいんだよと、あなたがここまでやってきたタイトルだからいいんだけど、判断遅え
See
よ
all
っ
of like
て
the hearts going off
怒られ
in
ま
the
した。
chat.
おっしゃる通り
Oh,
だと思いま
everyone's
す。
like, no, not many people are upset about. Like the positivity drains out the people who got to stick up their
People are
bum.
saying that,
Yeah.
hey, that's really late in terms of when you made the decision about delaying the release. And I understand. I totally understand. We made this decision last Friday, and I consulted the board of directors, and one of the board members, Mr.
You're right.
Minake, had mentioned, sure, this works because it's a game you're working on, but this is way too late in terms of making a decision. So I understand, and I agree that it is a very late decision.
まあちょっとここまで積み上げてきたまあ信頼性っていうところもね、今回これでちょっとまあ失う部分あるかなとは思うんですけど、まあそこに関しては今までもそうだったように、まあ 6.0 の内容とね、それからまあ 6.1 以降、まあ 6.1 の開発ももう結構進んでるので、それらをまたアップデートしながら一歩ずつ取り戻していけるように頑張ろうと思いますので、すいません、よろしくお願いします。
And I'm sure this kind of breaks some of the trust that we have built with you over the course of
It shouldn't.
this game. And
People need it. People need a reality check if that breaks people's trust from the games community.
Just like
I feel like it caused.
No, it doesn't.
We will
I'm seeing
continue
it
to
like
strive
I feel like it
No.
would cause trust issues if they delayed it the day of release, but like, you know.
No, they're doing this in advance. They're making sure, like,
Yeah.
they're trying.
for 6.1.
No, but people who.
Shut the fuck up.
We are
Sorry.
progressing with the production of 6.1, and so we're hoping that with these updates we can earn your trust again, and so your continued support is greatly appreciated.
さて、ではね、謝り続けてても、マスターが早くなるわけではないので、ちょっとスケジュールの方を
Probably gonna be about. There's probably people out there that would be upset about this, and it's like, oh, it broke my trust. But then they learn about the stuff from Bethesda, and they're like, it's fine, it's whatever. I still want my game.
どうぞ。
Oh, here it goes.
Good launch trailer. I
Yep.
made that out.
There we go.
Hold on, let me turn my camera off. Oh wait, no, I needed my reaction. Fuck. Oh well, quiet. Sorry.
Oh, I'm muting you all.
それがやがて世界を救うのかは今の私たちをして
Oh my god, I'm making this so many people.
Quiet.
Yeah, please be quiet.
生きることは死にゆくこと出会えば別れる始まれば終わるせいぜい惜しんで進むがいいその旅の先星と命の沈む海底に真実は待つわからないでもここは風が冷たすぎるよ
それは道しるべでありあなたを人を試すもの暗闇のうちに喜びを探すのです
Oh my god! Oh, oh bro!
その真なる輝きを得る
Oh! And oh my god, it's a trial! And they're doing this! Yes! I'm sorry! Bro! Ah!
望むというの空が燃えてる本当に
「
燃えてる
「 」
「 」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 "」 「」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "
Oh shit.
誠この世は絶望ばかりがすり寄ってきよる。なくさせない。一つでも。
私たちじゃ逃げる道を選ぶことしかできないの。
この星はまだ終わるには早すぎるんだよ。
Dude! Bro! Oh my god! Who is that? Oh. What the? Is that Zodiac? Dude! Oh god! Oh my god! Shit!
Fucking question.
Dude!
I am
fucking hype! I'm happy as shit!
Oh my god!
I'm so glad they did Anima good! I'm sorry, that's all. I'm so happy.
Never have been this anticipated.
まずはですね、多言語版ももちろん、ご用意してあります。
Oh my
Okay,
god.
So just
there
wanted
goes
to
my
let you
sleep
know
schedule.
that this is
I already knew that was gonna happen.
the various different languages as well.
URL
yeah.
出せますか？
As soon as it drops in English,
あ
bro.
宇宙
Yeah.
あ、多言語
I'm
を
gonna start.
に切り替えている最中とのこと
Oh my god.
Dude, I was screaming the whole fucking time.
I had to mute myself in Discord so I could react properly.
If I heard Alfie like half,
I'm sure you would like to watch it in your own languages, so.